Hello and welcome back. I'm Mike.
And this is Aiden.
And you would have hopefully already seen our Wave of Light structure deck unboxing and general little bit of a review of the newer stuff anyway, rather than the old stuff. Then thank you for watching. And then also we're doing now a budget build. This is a structure deck budget build. So we're taking 3 decks, making it into one even.
Mm-hmm.
And you're generally the constructing guru around here. So I've handed it over to you to build a deck of 40, which you have built here, and you're going to run through saying why you've chosen certain things. So I hand over to Aiden, and he's going to crack on with that.
Cool. Let's get started. So, I already know my love for this card straight away. So, let me just pull this out of the way a sec.
I do like we normally do.
So, we'll do 2 of this guy. So, the new card, Sacred Archlord Krista. So this one was really cool. So if you activate a counter trap card, or if you negate the activation of a spell or trap card or monster effect, you can banish 2 of the fairy monsters from your hand, field, and graveyard, and special summon this card from the graveyard if it was there when you activated or negated, or from your hand, even if it was not. And if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict pierce damage to your opponent, and when he inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you add 1 Parshath card or counter trap from your deck to your hand. So there's a lot of Parshath stuff in here. Fairies do lack a little bit of draw power, but obviously with these guys you can start recycling. You can actually get these guys out really quick as well with other cards that you'll see in the deck. Let's put those over there. Next up is 3 Power Angel Valkyria. Trying to get no glare on there. Go away.
There you go, that's fine.
So this effect is, if you negate the activation of a spell, trap card, or monster effect, add 1 light fairy type monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of Power Angel Valkyria once per turn. So already there you could add the big boss monster to your hand just by simply negating a magical trap card or monster effect, which you're probably going to be doing a lot in this deck considering it's counter fairies.
That's the whole purpose.
And once again, just the artwork.
It's nice.
I need to stop sounding wrong now.
It's attractive artwork. That's all you're saying.
And this one, which I actually thought was like a spellcaster when I first saw it.
It looks kind of like that.
So Minerva, Scholar of the Sky. So obviously each time you activate a counter trap card is activated immediately after it resolves, it gains 500 attack. And if it does, if the Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, you add 1 counter trap with a different name from your graveyard to your hand. So as I said, you're going to be recycling, using up your counter traps quite often. You want to get your big monsters to your hand with Valkyria. And obviously this guy, when you negate, he's a free 500, so he becomes a 2200 beat stick. And obviously if the Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, you add 1 counter trap from the graveyard to your hand. So it's all about recycling and trying to keep as much board presence as possible. Next up, we've got 3 Bountiful Artemis. So this is a really old card, but he's cool. 4-star, 1600 attack. He's probably not going to do all that much, but each time a counter trap card is activated, immediately after it resolves, draw 1 card. So fairies can lack draw power, so having something like this on the field while you're going off with your effects is nice to keep on board. Plus, makes your opponent want to get rid of it, so stop giving you draw power. Next up, 3 Guiding Ariadne. So this card's pretty cool. I would mainly use it for the pendulum effect. So obviously his effect is you do not pay life points to activate counter trap cards, or you do not discard to activate counter trap cards. So there's a lot of stuff that either discard or pay life points. This guy, you just plonk him in your pendulum zone, job done. And his monster effect is actually pretty good, because if he's destroyed by battle or card effect, you reveal 3 counter trap cards from your deck. Your opponent chooses 1 for you to add to your hand, and you shuffle the rest back into your deck. Reminds me a little bit of the Cosmo Tin Can, where you just start searching from the deck straight away. But
am I right in thinking with this one as well, even if it's like a pendulum monster and it gets destroyed by card effect, that normal effect would kick off as well?
No? Because it's a monster effect will only happen if it's destroyed in the monster zone.
Okay, cool. I did wonder. Thank you for clearing that.
That's okay. Next up, only the 1 Meltiel Sage of the Sky. So each time a trap card is activated, obviously you gain 1,000 life points. If your Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, you destroy 1 card your opponent controls. So again, this effect you're probably going to be using a lot. Plus a free pop of your opponent's card is always nice. Archlord Krista. An old card, I don't really need to explain too much what it does. But obviously, it's really, really easy to get out. Obviously, you can abuse your graveyard a lot in this, so special summon it is not really a problem. You can negate special summon, so it can mess your combos up a little bit. But you have to know when to drop this card. But running it, 1 is a little bit pointless, and 2 seems to be the right balance. So it's 2800 attack, and it's easy to get out, so it's always good.
Got a beat stick somewhere.
Next, we're onto the hand traps. Hand traps. Herald of Orange Light. So as we know, this guy, when a monster effect is activated, you send him plus another fairy card from your hand to the graveyard and negate the monster effect and destroy it. So like a miniature Ghost Ogre. You do have to send something else, but as I said, it's not necessarily bad in this deck because you can reuse all your stuff. And then King of Hand Traps. Well, not quite king, but really annoying when you run into it. Honest, we all know what that does. All your monsters are light in this deck, so you're going to get this effect off 100% of the time.
And they're generally quite low attack as well. So
they're low attack, so you need to protect those, like Artemis, Valkyria, if you want to keep reusing the stuff. So Honest is always good to have on board. On to the spells. So Brethren, it's a good card. It doesn't let you attack or conduct your battle phase the turn that you use it. I'll read its effects. So we got 3 of this card. Pay 2,000 life points. Then target 1 level 4 lower monster you control. For the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters. Also special summon 2 monsters from your deck with the same type, attribute, and level as the monster, but with different names from each other and that monster. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. So you can like set up a good board with this. As I said, counter fairies, you're not really going for game over the course of 1 turn or a few turns. It's more about setting up your board. So this will give you the monsters, and your traps will set up the back row, so missing a turn is not necessarily a bad thing. Next up, 3 Sanctum of Parshath. So this is one of the new cards again. So obviously, with some of the other cards' effects, you do need Sanctuary in the Sky, which I don't run, but however, this card says, this card's name becomes Sanctuary in the Sky when it is on the field or in the graveyard. All your fairies gain 300 attack, so it's not a massive amount, but it can help sometimes. Set spell or trap cards cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effect, so you're going to make sure you keep your drastic drop-offs, your divine punishments, and your other counter traps safe, so that you can get their effects off. Once per turn as well, you can target a total of 3 fairy monsters and or counter trap cards in your graveyard with different names and place them on top of your deck in any order. So a really nice effect that is.
Yeah.
Only 6 traps because, as I said, it is a counter trap deck. So next up is Rebirth of Parshath, 3 copies. So this card, really, really good. Probably my favourite card in the deck, apart from the monster. Yay. Counter trap. When a spell trap card or monster effect is activated, reveal 1 counter trap in your hand, then discard 1 card, pay 1,000 life points, negate the activation. If you do, shuffle that card into the deck. Then you special summon 1 Parshath monster from your deck or extra deck. I mean, come on.
Big guy can come up from that.
Big guy comes out straight away. You negate, you ditch something. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, so many pluses off that.
Yeah.
This was an old card, but still need to run it. 3 Divine Punishment. So, counter trap. When a spell trap card or monster effect is activated while Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So, pretty plain and simple, but pretty damn good if you ask me. Next up, 3 Drastic Drop Off. So, this was a really good card. I was like, maybe I'll run the normal drop-off, then I realised it wasn't a counter trap. But this is much better. So when your opponent adds cards from their deck to the hand, including drawing, they must discard one of those cards, which in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty much every turn in today's game.
Yeah.
You're always adding to your hand.
Yeah.
The one lone, solemn warning, sad times, but it's common, so everyone can have it now. Don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I don't know. I don't know. It may stop some of the hand traps from happening, maybe.
And the last cards, we've got, dropping it, Ultimate Providence. So, counter trap card again. When a spell trap card or monster effect is activated, discard the same type of card, monster, spell, or trap. Negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So, Again, it's like another Divine Punishment with the costs, but I treat it as I'm running 6 Divine Punishments because I can recycle the other stuff in the deck, so I don't see this as a bad card. But 3 is not that great to run, so just 2 is the right amount.
There we go.
And that was the budget build. We're going to get this guy back on top because I like it. Down there.
And I'm right in thinking that you're looking to build a decent deck. It won't be massively competitive, but...
No, that's the thing I found with counter fairies. They've never been as competitive. I used to take them to locals back when I think it was the someone can correct me, but it was the was it the Lost Sanctuary deck which came out with the Agent Fairies in 2011 when they brought out Master Hyperia and they brought out the Agent Fairies. I'm looking to do a build with those and incorporate it with the new fairies because I think you can actually do some real damage with it. I said not competitive, but I think you can be annoying and it's a bit of fun with it. So yeah, that's what I'm looking
with
to
your friends and stuff like that. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we are. So hopefully you'll get to building that at some point soon, testing it out, see how it goes. We'll have more stuff coming up soon, hopefully. But until then, it's goodbye from me.
Peace out from me, guys.
See ya.